Hi there, Tracy Nutton here with another video tutorial. Today I will be making this lovely card here using a range of Sweet Poppy Stencils products. For the background I will be using the Holly Bauble Aperture stencil, and for the sentiment I will be using one from the Festive Phrases. I will be using the Merry Christmas. Today I will be using the Versafine Nocturne to stamp the Merry Christmas sentiment, and I will be using a mixture of Speckled Egg and Uncharted Mariner for the blue up here, and peeled paint for the bottom part. All of these are Distress Oxide, so let's move those out of the way. I will be using my trusty brushes. I've got a blue and a green, and these lovely Sweet Poppy Stencils brushes just to get into the finer details. The piece of card that I will start with today is 14 centimeters by 14 centimeters, and as always I will be using my magnetic sheet to hold down my stencil. So let's get started. So pop your piece of card onto the magnetic sheet and then line up your stencil. Sometimes I find it a little bit easier if you turn it over and line it up, because that way then you can make sure it's in the middle. Then I keep my fingers on it, flip it over and gently place it down. I will be using the Sweet Poppy Stencils low tack tape just to give a little bit of extra security. And then I will start with my inking. Doesn't matter which colour you start with today, it's completely up to you. I will probably start with the blue because I like to work from the top down, so it makes it a little bit easier for me. I may already have enough ink on here anyway, so let's see what I've got. So starting from the top, gentle circular motions, just being careful because even though it's a metal stencil, it's still quite fragile and we still need to be respectful of it and treat it with a little bit of care. So gentle circular motions, building up that lovely depth of colour. At the moment I'm just working out where I would like the colours to be, so I want them to come sort of halfway in the middle and then blend across. So again, just circular motions, backwards and forwards, showing me where I'd like that colour to be. I'm going to swap over to the green so that I can just see, and for me I'm just going to flip this whole thing around. As I say, I prefer to work down, so it's up to you. So again, starting at the top, working our way down, building up the colour as you go. These are lovely new stencils. Love the intricacy and the detailing on this is absolutely beautiful. Now what you will notice is as these two merge, you will get a lovely shade of green that's different from the other two colours, and I think that's really lovely as well. So again, making sure that you're working into the top point and working our way down. So for the delicate parts, it's easier to use these lovely brushes, as I said, from Sweet Poppy Stencils. They are an absolute game changer. I'm just going to come a little bit lower so that I can focus. So for me, I'm going to use Speckled Egg. I'm going to just load up my brush, take off a lot here, and then just circular motions, and you will see the colour starting to build. Okay, circular motions, working onto the stencil, making sure that you're getting to all those finer details. Okay, so to give it a little bit of a 3D effect, I'm just going to add some colour just to this side of the top part of the bauble, working my way down and around. Circle, circle, circle. And then again the same for the green. So that I can see it, I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. So I've got peeled paint this time. It's quite a strong colour, so making sure I take a lot of that off. Circular motions, making sure we get right into that lovely tip there. because this is such an intricate stencil, this makes it so much easier to get into these lovely little areas here. So these brushes are a definite must-have. They are an absolute game changer. Since I've had these, it's made the detailing so much more crisp and vibrant. So again, just going to ink up this brush while I'm here, and this one, and then pop those out of the way. Now we're going to just build up this colour and make sure that this blends nicely, because at the moment the intensity of the colour is up there and we're quite pale down here. So now on with the Uncharted Mariner, and you will see that this will just give it a darker blend. Working my way down, building up that colour. So again, I can still see this is slightly darker, so a little bit more colour on my brush, and then more circular motions, bringing it down to where the two colours will meet. Nice dark wiggle across the top. One way brushing, just so that this is darker on this side and it blends out to lighter on the other side. And then once again across the middle. That's a much better blend. Nice. Okay, then turn it up the other way. This is a lovely quick card. If you're thinking about batch making for Christmas, this is a really lovely idea. It's quite quick, quite simple. You can do all your stamping together then as well, so it's quite a nice quick batch card. Again, blend that into the blue. Get that lovely blend of green in the middle. I've tried to keep it the similar sort of angle to the detailing on the bauble. Okay, let's pop our brushes out of the way and let's see how it looks. So turn it around, start to remove our tape, and let's see what we have. When you're doing this card, just be careful of your inky fingers, because there isn't any card sticking out of the side. There's nothing to put your finger on, so you will end up with ink on your fingers, so just be very careful. So what I tend to do is hold the edge, bend and lift until I can get my finger on the card. There we go. Look, you've got a lovely crisp image there. So this card is really quite simple and it's quite easy. Now we just need to grab our stamp press. Well, I always use a stamp press because that way then I'm less likely to make mistakes. So remove our magnetic sheet, and also if it doesn't stamp crisp and clear the first time round, you get a chance to be able to go again. Popping our card on here, anchoring it down, popping on my piece of acetate as I always do, and let's have a look. So we're looking to see, we're going to use the Merry Christmas stamp today. I absolutely love the size of this. I think it gives a really lovely bold sentiment. Let's pop it in the middle, push down and lift, remove the acetate and just give it a quick look and see if it is straight, just a little bit down on one side. This is lovely set of stamps. Some really nice sentiments in this stamp set. So I'm just going to ink up using my VersaFine Nocturne, light taps. Even though it's still quite a chunky stamp, I still use light presses, sorry. Give it a little bit of a push, and then my little helper. Look. Oh, I really like that. I think once more, just to make it really vibrant. Another quick press down. Let's have a look. That's so much more bold. Loving that. Let's remove this. Being very careful that this will still be quite wet. so mind my inky fingers out of the way. So this is your completed card. Just need to mat and layer it up, and as always I have my layers ready to go. So let's bring these in. So I'm going to use Sweet Poppy Stencils Quick Dry and Clear Glue today, and purely because it's a really lovely glue and it gives you a little bit of a wiggle time to make sure that your topper is actually straight onto your card. So let's have a look. The only thing you have to be careful of is when flipping it over that you don't put your fingers in the glue. But there we go. Popping it on. Gently pressing down, minding that I don't get my inky fingers on my work. Flipping it over. As you can see, I've already started to mat and layer to make it easy for everybody. Just going to just trim that edge ever so slightly, make sure it's the right size. Just a slither. There we go. So again, I'm going to be layering up with the black and white. Just think it makes it stand out. It's quite bold, it's classy, simple, and elegant finish to my card. I tend to mat and layer black, white, black, and then onto my card. So offer it up. Again, I always push down, slide, twist, pull, slide, twist, pull, slide, just to secure it around the edges. Then bring my next layer in. Again, I do opposite corners. This gives me just a little bit more chance to make sure that it's straight before committing to that layer. It's been a technique that I've done for a long time, and it always seems to work quite well for me, because this is the bit that's sticky, so I'm holding it up high, and then when it goes down, this gives me the wiggle room on the opposite corner to make sure that I'm happy with it. And then as soon as I'm happy, I can push down, up, slide, pull and slide. And then our final layer is onto our card base. This is a 7x7 card base. I could have added some background to some of the white layer in the middle here. Could have probably added some holly detailing, but I quite like it. The way it looks is quite simple, quite crisp and clear. Oh, I'm going to flip it over. There we go. Pop that on there. So as you can see today, just using the beautiful new Holly Bauble Aperture Stencil, managed to make quite a simple, crisp and clear Christmas card. Really as easy as I say for batch making. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial today, and I'll see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of the inspiration day, and take care. Bye for now.